If you slip on a sidewalk on snow and ice in New York City, don't assume it's just bad luck or that you're out of luck. Let's talk about who may be responsible. New York City actually has a different rule than most other places in New York in terms of who's responsible for sidewalks. In New York City, except for certain exceptions, such as individually, privately owned homes, where it's owner-occupied and there's only no more than a few families living. It's actually the property owner, not the city of New York, that is responsible for clearing the sidewalk. And there are regulations on the books in New York City that have strict time limits as to how long after the snow stops falling that the property owner is required to clear the sidewalk. So if they haven't done a good job, they've cleared a path, but it's uneven path, or there's ice on the path, maybe they don't put salt down or sand, then you may have a case against the property owner. In fact, even if it's still snowing, you may have a case against the property owner if the property owner did something to actually make the conditions worse. So while it's snowing, the property owner can just sit inside and wait for the snow to stop and not do anything about it, and they probably won't have any liability. But if they go out and they start shoveling, and they do a lousy job shoveling, so they've now worsened the conditions, they've worsened the natural conditions, even though it's still snowing, you may have a case against the property owner. In fact, under this scenario, if the property owner creates the condition, even outside of the city of New York, you might have a case against the property owner. So you can see there are all different varieties and there are all different scenarios, and the best way for you to find out whether what happened to you is compensable or might be the basis of a lawsuit, you should talk with a personal injury lawyer as soon as possible. Levine and Slavitt has been representing injured New Yorkers for 3 generations over 60 years. If you think you have a case or just have some questions, give us a call at 1-888-LAW-8088 or find us on the web at newyorkinjuries.com.